You are now watching Editopia. Today, I'm going to tell you about upcoming astronomical events of 2023. August 10th. Mercury at greatest elongation east. Where to look? Mercury is in the west after sunset. It should be easy to see if you look west soon after sunset, and if you're in the southern hemisphere. When to look? Mercury is farthest from the sun, at greatest elongation, on August 9th, 10. In the evenings after greatest elongation, the innermost planet will rapidly fade in brightness. Brightness at greatest elongation. Mercury will shine at magnitude +0.3 when at greatest elongation, so you'll easily see it in the western twilight if you're in the southern hemisphere. Through a telescope at greatest elongation. At greatest elongation, Mercury will appear about 49% illuminated, in almost a quarter phase, and 7.55 arcseconds across. Elongation constellation. Mercury will be in front of the constellation Leo the Lion at this elongation. But most of stars of this constellation will be lost in the twilight. The red planet Mars will be near Mercury as well. Aug 12/13. Perseid meteors. When to watch? The moon will be a waning crescent and 10% illuminated during 2023's peak of the Perseid meteor shower. This shower rises to a peak gradually, then falls off rapidly. The shower is often best before dawn. In 2023, the moon will be in the morning sky from early to mid-August. Duration of shower, July 14th to September 1st. Expected meteors at peak under ideal conditions. Under a dark sky with no moon, sky watchers frequently report 90 meteors per hour or more. In 2023, the waning crescent moon will not interfere with the meteor shower. August 27th. Saturn at opposition. When and where to watch in 2023? Around its August 26th, 27 opposition, Saturn is rising in the east at sunset and visible all night. Afterward, for the rest of 2023, Saturn will remain visible in the evening sky. It'll finally disappear in the sunset glare by mid-February 2024. Date and time of opposition, on August 27th, 2023, 3 a.m. brightness at opposition. At opposition, the ringed planet shines at its brightest for 2023 at magnitude 0.4. Distance from Earth at opposition. Around opposition, Saturn is at its least distance from Earth for 2023 at 73 light minutes. Ring tilt at opposition. At opposition, Saturn's rings are tilted by 8.1 degrees relative to earthly viewers. The rings will span 44.2 arcseconds. September 22nd. Mercury at greatest elongation west. When to watch? Mercury becomes visible in the mid-September 2023 morning sky. It'll be especially easy to find if you are in the northern hemisphere. Mercury will be farthest from the sunrise on our sky's dome on September 22nd, but the planet will continue getting brighter after that. Greatest elongation is on September 22nd at 13:08 a.m. Mercury is shining at -0.3 magnitude that morning, and it is 18 degrees from the sun. Through a telescope on and around September 22nd, Mercury appears 51% illuminated, in a gibbous phase. September 23rd. September. Equinox. What is an equinox? The earliest humans spent more time outside than we do. They used the sky as both a clock and a calendar. Indeed, they could easily see that the sun's path across the sky, the length of daylight, and the location of the sunrise and sunset all shift in a regular way throughout the year. What is it? The September equinox marks the sun's crossing above Earth's equator, moving from north to south. When is the next one? The next September equinox will fall at 6:50, September 23rd, 2023, 1:50 a.m. on September 23rd for Central North America. September 29th, harvest moon. When is the harvest moon? The harvest moon is the full moon nearest the autumnal fall equinox, which happens around September 22nd, depending on the year and time zone. Several full moons in a row on average, the moon rises about 50 minutes later each day. At full moon, it rises as the sun sets. In the northern hemisphere around the harvest moon, however, the difference in the time of moonrise from one day to the next is less than 50 minutes. Historically, the extra moonlight meant that farmers could work and harvest their crops for a longer time in the evenings. October 8/9, Draconid meteor shower. Predicted peak is predicted for October 9th, 2023. When to watch. The best time to watch the Draconids in 2023 is the evening of October 8th through the wee hours of the morning on October 9th. The waning crescent moon, 22% illuminated, will not interfere with most Draconid meteors. Overall duration of shower, October 8th through 9. Expected meteors at peak under ideal conditions. Under a dark sky with no moon, you might catch 10 Draconid meteors per hour. October 16th. Annular solar eclipse. A big eclipse event for us in North America comes on October 14th, 2023. Viewers along a narrow path in North, Central, and South America will see an annular solar eclipse. At mid-eclipse, the moon, in a distant part of its orbit, will pass directly in front of the sun. But the sun, slightly larger in the sky on that day than the moon, will appear as a bright ring or annulus around the moon. Even for those along the eclipse path, eclipse glasses will be needed throughout. Duration of the annular eclipse is 214 minutes. Maximum eclipse. At maximum eclipse, the sun is 0.907% covered by the moon, with an eclipse magnitude of 0.952.
October 21, 20 seconds. Orionid meteor shower. The Orionid meteors that we observe come from Halley's Comet. This comet orbits the sun every 76 years or so, and like steam coming from a locomotive, dust particles are expelled from the comet's nucleus and are left behind in its path. We intercept this path in late October of each year for October 22nd, 2023. When to watch. Watch for Orionid meteors on both October 21st and 22 in the wee hours after midnight and before dawn. Overall duration of shower, September 26th to November 22nd. Nearest moon phase. So, at the Orionid's peak, the moon will be setting around midnight and not interfere with the meteor shower.
October 23rd. Venus at greatest elongation west. Venus will be farthest from the sunrise in October 2023. For the northern hemisphere, it'll be the second planet's best morning apparition for the year. When to watch. Venus races between the Earth and Sun in August 2023, then emerges quickly into the east before sunrise, to remain visible there until around May 2024. Greatest elongation, when Venus will be farthest from the sunrise, is mid to late October 2023. Where to look? Look in the sunrise direction while the sky is still dark or just getting light. Greatest elongation. Venus's distance from Sun on the sky's dome is 46 degrees. Greatest elongation magnitude. Venus shines with dazzling brightness at magnitude -4.4. October 28. 29th. Partial lunar eclipse. People in Eastern Americas, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia will see a shallow partial lunar eclipse during the night of October 28, 2023. Duration of eclipse. This is a shallow partial lunar eclipse with a duration of 265 minutes. October 28th. Hunter's moon. The next October full moon is Saturday, October 28th, 2023. October's full moon is the Hunter's moon. It is also called travel moon, dying grass moon, and sometimes blood moon or sanguine moon. A full moon occurs when the Earth is directly between the sun and moon, so that the moon looks completely illuminated when you look at it. It happens about once a month or 29.53 days on average. November 3rd, Jupiter at opposition. Earth will fly between the sun and Jupiter, bringing Jupiter to its yearly opposition on November 2nd, 2023. That's right after Jupiter reaches its closest point to Earth, Jupiter in 2023. Maybe you've noticed Jupiter. It's been the very bright object ascending in the east earlier each evening, brighter than all the stars. It reaches opposition on November 2nd, 3:05 a.m., bringing Jupiter opposite the sun in our sky. It happens as Earth flies between the sun and Jupiter. It is closest to Earth overnight on November 1st, 2023, at 3.982 astronomical units, or 370 million miles, 595 million kilometers, or 33.11 light minutes from Earth. Brightness at opposition, magnitude -2.9, size at opposition, as best seen through a telescope. Through binoculars, anytime, Jupiter reveals a bright disk. If you look closely, you'll see the Galilean satellites appearing as pinpoints of light, arrayed in a line that bisects the giant planet. November 17/18, Leonid meteor shower. Predicted peak is predicted *** for November 18th, 2023. When to watch? Watch late on the night of November 17th until dawn on November 18th. The morning of November 17th might be worthwhile too. Duration of shower, November 3rd through December 2nd. Expected meteors at peak, under ideal conditions. Under a dark sky with no moon, you might see 10 to 15 Leonid meteors per hour. December 14/15, Geminid meteors. December 14th, 2023. When to watch? Since the radiant rises in mid-evening, you can watch for Geminids all night around the peak dates of December 13th and 14th. Overall duration of shower, November 19th to December 24th. Expected meteors at peak, under ideal conditions. Under a dark sky with no moon, you might catch 120 Geminid meteors per hour. December 22/23. Ursid meteors. You don't need any special equipment or a lot of skills to view a meteor shower, even though all you really need is a clear sky. When to watch? Watch for Ursid meteors in the early morning hours of December 22nd
Every year around the
and
December
23.
solstice.
Duration of
The
shower. Ursids range from December 13th to 24. Expected meteors at peak under ideal conditions. Under a dark sky with no moon, the Ursids offer perhaps 5 to 10 meteors per hour. December 27th. Cold moon. When to see December's full moon? December's cold moon reaches peak illumination on Tuesday, December 26, 2023, at 7:33 p.m. Start looking for the full moon just before sunset as it begins to peak above the horizon. December's full moon has a high trajectory in the sky, which means that it will be above the horizon for longer than most full moons. For more such content, like, share, and subscribe to me channel.